Welcome to Can I Steal You for a Minute, the reality dating recap podcast. My name is Indra Raj.
And I'm Mary Bianco.
And it's another week of Love is Blind Denver and the Golden Bachelor. Which I was just like, I watched it this morning. It's Monday. Like, it came out on Wednesday. I have like no desire to watch it live at all.
And you probably hadn't been spoiled at all about what was going on.
And I was like,
no one's talking about it.
When they showed the like preview for next time, I was like, oh, maybe the next episode will be the finale. It doesn't seem like it is, but they really should just make it the finale.
They might just spring it on us because they never announced they were doing 1 hour episodes anyway.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah. So we will talk about that later. But yes, 2 episodes of Love is Blind Denver, which was nice to not have to like even. It's nice how it gets like fewer and fewer every week.
Yeah. I think we don't have to start with 6, Netflix. I think we could really. I would watch the season for more weeks. I would watch
Me too.
2-3 episodes a week.
Yes.
For more weeks. And don't they want people talking about it for longer? I don't get this like push.
I don't either. It's almost like that's how they did it the first time, and so now they just do it like that every time. Or maybe they didn't do that with the first season, but I feel like it was early on that they were like, let's just drop like a ton of it.
Yeah, I feel like it was because the Raleigh season, like really, I don't know if we noticed it because it was like our first season creating content, but I feel like people were like really talking about it.
Right.
And so they started doing these crazy drops of just
I know
so many episodes, but
I mean, it is usually timed with when they leave the pod roughly. Sometimes you see a bit of the honeymoon. Sometimes I don't think we've ever seen them move to the real world before 6 episodes. So I think for some viewers who are not as invested as we are, they need that hook to keep them in the game.
That's probably true.
Which is like, come on, people, like, be patient.
Look at this content. Like, come on.
Like, it's so much. Like, I don't know. It takes up like my entire week of TV when they drop 6 episodes.
Same.
So only 2 this week. I continue to be just like, I don't know. I ran into another mom at preschool pickup today who I know watches these shows. And I was like, are you watching Denver? And she was like, her take was that it's really like everyone's so vanilla this season. And I was like, that is kind of true, actually.
Yeah.
Another way to say that might be like conservative.
Yeah, it's that they're conservative. Yeah.
But everyone is kind of boring. Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know anything about Edmund and KB, but maybe they're more interesting than what we've seen because all we've seen is drama from them.
I don't know that they are.
I don't know, honestly. Like, I have no idea. But everyone is like a little boring.
Yeah, they just seem like subdued. Like,
yeah,
it's like everybody is aware of the camera, but then they're also still being terrible. Like, I can't really explain it. It feels like a lot of people who don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Which I think when you have a city with a big transplant culture and you mostly cast transplants, I think that is something like people are looking for a new identity in a new city. And so many of them just moved to Denver. Like,
right.
And I think prior to moving had probably made I'm going to move to Denver their personality. And then they did it and they still like aren't a fully realized human being.
And it's like it's not like people who aren't from Denver or even have been living here for a long time it's not like they're not available. Like, I'm sure many of them applied for this show. I mean, I keep thinking that like just the people who were like that just didn't make it far enough in the process or they weren't selected for some reason. But I mean, it's like, it's just becoming more and more apparent, and it sort of like plays into the whole like they're doing it for the fame thing. Like, I
100%.
absolutely feel that with Allie. Like,
definitely.
She's definitely just there for like followers and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then to some extent, Megan, it's like, you live in LA.
Someone was like on TikTok, and I wish I wrote down their name so I could credit them.
Yeah.
Was like, Megan's just a life coach.
Right.
And none of this is real. And she's just manifesting. Like, she's just doing what life coaches do, where they just spend a lot of money.
Yes.
And then this week she posted about the numerology of the door.
Oh.
And she's like, of your address. And she's like, if you want to talk about it, DM me. And I'm like, oh my God, she's fully I don't know if she was always a life coach, but that's the plan now.
Energy. The numerology thing was cuckoo.
Yeah.
It it was like a step beyond some of the stuff that I also don't subscribe to, but I'm not going to hate on because I feel like I know so many people who are so into astrology, and that's great. But it's like the numerology of the address of the house meaning certain things is it's just a lot. And what was wild was the one that she used, 863. That's the number of my parents' house.
Yeah. Did your parents experience abundance of wealth
Is
there?
that what it was?
That's what she said.
Well, I mean, they're doing fine, so
but it's
maybe
like, add
it's
up
true.
add up all the digits in your address until you get a single number. So I live in apartments A17, which is adds up to 8. The powerhouse. I've never been broker in my life, so let's just say.
Yeah. Okay, can you do mine?
Yeah, what's yours?
So I'm 505, so 10, so then 1.
Yeah, 1. The independent, home for self-starters, new beginnings, and big goals.
Well, it is our first home.
But can it feel very isolating or overly go, go, go?
Wait, wait, what?
Says pros, motivating energy, supports ambition, personal growth. Cons, can feel very isolating or overly go, go, go.
Oh, well, I definitely feel all those things. So
yeah.
But I think I could feel that in a number 9 house too.
Yeah, I think you could feel that in any house. I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start with Megan and Jordan, I guess, since we're already talking about them. This is not going to work. Like, no one's making it is my number one thesis.
Hitting Megan hard, how different their lives are going to be. And not just like financially, but like, you know, her saying, I like to just pick up and go, and I like to play tennis, and I like to play golf whenever I want. And he's like, I have a child and a full-time job. You don't have a job.
So what do we think? His job is branch manager. So I'm like literally picturing him as like a manager of like a bank or something.
Yeah, like I don't know why, but I get like enterprise,
right?
Like car rental vibes.
Totally.
Like, because there seem to be emergencies. It seems to be really long hours. Like
right.
Something like that.
And he's like literally 10 hours a day, he says, dealing with people, annoying customers, no matter what it is, if it's a bank or it's a car rental place or whatever, like just dealing with like people for that long.
It's draining.
It's like I could see how you would want to come home at the end of a long weekday, especially, and maybe just want to like melt into the couch. You know,
100%. We were always, my dad worked like crazy hours in the city, and obviously it was, you know, he's been retired for 10 years. So pre-COVID, he would commute, like he would leave our house at 5:30 in the morning and he wouldn't get home till 9. He would come home and he would just be like not talking. And my whole life I was like, my dad is so shy. And then he retires and I'm like, oh, this guy's got a lot to say. He just had to spend it on other people all those years.
No, totally. I mean, it's like the reality. It's like something was not computing for Megan in that, which was would have been disconcerting to me as a potential life partner. I need you to see the reality of my life, which is like these things. And I have a 5-year-old son. And like when Jordan was like, when you have small kids, your life needs to slow down. Yeah. Like that is like, Mary, you heard it here. Course. I mean, I know that you know that, but it's
what do you mean I can't go to 11 weddings next year? I'd be so sad.
You're like, I don't want to go to 11 weddings this year. Like,
I have one this weekend and my feet are so swollen, none of my shoes fit. I'm like happy not to go.
But it's just like, he's just like, listen, like my life is not all fun and games. Like I have a demanding job. I have a child to take care of. He clearly has a lot of love and laughter and fun in his life too. But like, it's just like there are different speeds. And it feels like for Megan, and this is something we've been saying from the beginning of the season, is like she has engineered this kind of like existence for herself. And she almost said it in so many words in this past episode of like when she was like, yeah, I might just like hop up to Aspen with some friends and then come back and go to happy hour. And I'm like, this isn't, and you're out here saying you're going to be a good mom. Like, I was so triggered by all of this.
I know. I'm like, those are fine things to want.
Of course.
100%. But you have to know that you're giving that up when you.
Right.
And I think it goes to what you're saying, that there's a lot of people who just wanted to get famous.
Yeah.
I think that she was hoping that they were coming into this with this unspoken assumption assumption that they would both quit their jobs and just be influencers full time, and their schedules could just be whatever they want.
Right.
Even if Jordan is an influencer full time post Love is Blind and leaves his branch manager job.
Yes.
He still has a 5-year-old child.
Yes.
Who has to go to school. It's not a baby. It's not like a 2-year-old who you can just carry with you wherever.
No.
The child has to be in school. So your plans of jetting off to Aspen,
like Monday through Wednesday, like, no.
and then seeing your husband for a happy hour.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like so
and then leaving
insane.
again. I'm like, yeah.
And it's just like, I would be very worried as a parent if someone was saying those things to me in terms of like, how are they going to show up for me, you know, and my child in these situations? And it's like, yeah, I think it's just like, Megan, it's great that you play golf and tennis.
Who cares?
And it's like beyond even Luca's kid, because it sounds like Luca, sorry, not Luca's kid, Jordan's kid, Luca. Mm-hmm. Like Luca has two very loving, dedicated parents who are going to make sure all of his needs are taken care of. Like, I feel that in this co-parenting situation, just from what Jordan has expressed. But it's like Megan wants to have kids too, and I think she's just like so oblivious to the reality of what that really means. I don't know. I was sitting there, I was like, she should have chosen that Mike guy.
Exactly. Like, and I think she is thinking that, not in that she likes Mike better, but that Mike also doesn't have a real job, and so he would just be able to jet off whenever.
Right. They could just go to the gym in the morning and then have brunch and then take a private plane to Aspen and vacation and then come back for happy hour. Like, what the it was so, that's great, Megan, but if like that is not a life that you get to live as a parent. And the other thing that Jordan said that I thought was very like real is like, taking a 5-year-old to Italy is a chore.
Yes, it's not like easy breeze. No. It's like a 5-year-old on a plane.
No.
For 11 hours or however long it takes you guys to get to Europe from Colorado. Right. Like, are you kidding me? No.
No, it's just like Patrick and I are, so I'm a huge Radiohead fan, and they are playing shows in Europe. Just like randomly, they were like, we're going to play some shows. It's been like 7 years. And I was like, I am going to this tour. And I got tickets for Copenhagen. Oh. And it's the day after Thanksgiving. It's like the Monday after Thanksgiving. And like for a while we were like not able to find childcare and dog care, and we are like, what are we gonna do? And then we did figure it out. But at one point we were like, I guess we'll just take the kids with us.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh my God. Like,
and then like to the concert also?
No,
like,
we would get a babysitter somehow, but like all of the like logistical things are so much harder. And so now we are going to Copenhagen for 3 days, which is insane. But honestly, because it's just us, I feel 100 times better about it than
it's
if
definitely
we went
doable
for like 10 days with the kids. So yeah, it's just like, it's a different experience. And I think like it's a hard lesson to learn, I think, because there is a lot of messaging out there of, oh, you can have it all. And I think we kind of like delude ourselves sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think you can do a lot of these things. Like Megan has a lot of money. So like if she can fly all of her family first class to Italy, like maybe that isn't an issue. Maybe you also bring a nanny and it's like, we're all good. But
that's
like,
the only way.
You know, it's not, there's clearly a disconnect between like what she's picturing with children and how it's actually going to be. And Jordan sees that very clearly, I think. And I don't think it's going to work out for them, unfortunately.
I think he'll be the one to say no.
I think
because
so,
I
too.
think that this was really hitting them. And the way she was looking at him, she was like devastated that this is not something that he could meet her on. And it's like,
yeah.
Do I think that you should save some energy for your spouse when you get home and at least say how your day was? Sure. But like, do I understand being exhausted after like a hard day of work and the other person hasn't worked?
Yeah.
And then
I think that his energy in that conversation, because like I agree, like it is hard to like be in a partnership with someone who's just not responding to you at all. Like, yeah, Jordan, you can tell her like one thing that happened during your day. It's not, you know, this is a relationship. There's compromise. Like, whatever. I just felt like there were so many little things that he was dropping where like their lifestyle differences are starting to get to him in a way that he's not pleased with, and almost like a little resentful of.
It would be hard. It would be hard not to. Like, even, you know, Ethan transitioned jobs this year and need a week off between, and I was like mad at him. You know, like it's like And I'm like, well, some of us have to work. And
Yeah,
it's literally
yeah.
1 week. Like,
No, totally. And that's like it's not like an insurmountable thing.
no.
You know, it's something that they can work through 100%. And it's not like they haven't known that about each other either. Like this has all been out in open. But he just seems like he's shutting down a little.
Yeah, he's not engaging because he doesn't want to fight with her.
Right.
But he's also, it's always the snowball effect where one person clocks out.
Right.
And then everyone's like, okay, well, I'm not first. And they just kind of keep it going.
Right.
And I don't think he'll let Megan get to the altar, but we did see like tattooed hands kind of like getting prepped. So I don't know. I just would be surprised if he didn't have the convo with her before.
That could have been Allie. Oh no, but it was it was a male hand.
It was like colorful
yeah.
tattoos on man hand. So
Man.
So I don't know.
Yeah. It could have been like footage from the fitting.
Yeah, because Joe's was like,
yes.
They fully made it look like
it was, yes.
It was at the altar that Joe had left, and Madison was like, prepped for her wedding when he bailed, and we found out it's earlier.
Right.
Which I can't wait to talk about, but.
Well, we could talk about that next. I don't have anything else to say about Megan and Jordan.
Only thing I have to add is that the internet sleuthed and found out that Luca's mom is currently 25 and Jordan's 29.
Okay.
And Luca's 5. So she got pregnant at 20 and he was 24.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. It's a little icky, but that's just what the internet found out this week.
I know. It is like this weird thing when it's like an early 20s thing. Because like if that happened, if she got pregnant at 25 and he was 29, like, or 30, no one
wouldn't
would
think
care.
about it at all. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that's interesting. Huh. I don't know. It's bad when like Megan and Jordan were my favorite couple.
I know.
Because I really don't like them, actually.
I know.
Like, this is where we're at with this season.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, and now they're imploding. I'm just like, can we get this show on the road? Like, I am done. I'm almost ready to get spoiled.
I know, and I'm ready for like the weddings to just
be over.
I don't care about crying and getting ready. I don't care about the dress episode. Like the only reason that was interesting is because that's where it all really caught up to Joe what he was doing, and
yes. Well, Patrick
bails.
Patrick and I hate the dress and like
of course
whatever episode, like we both despise it, so we did fast forward a lot of it, like just the parts where like they were clearly like the girl comes out like why did every girl have to try on 2 dresses? Like I don't need to see this shit. I don't need to see them crying and their mom being like, you're so beautiful. I'm like, I don't care. So that was like, the content I fast forward
every
through.
time they started with a pretty dress and then they picked the worst dress. I was like, every single time I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it was. I was just like the whole thing, but I did watch all the conversations that happened with friends and family beyond the like, you're so beautiful stuff. So yes, the Joe and Madison.
When he was refusing to even listen, I've been there when I'm like 13 years old.
Yeah.
And I hit a growth spurt and I'm taller than my mom and I weigh more than my mom and she's trying to get me to try on one more fucking pair of jeans and I'm losing my mind. I've been like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And that was Joe when the woman was like, do you want me to teach you how to tie a tie so you can see how it looks all together? He goes, no, I think this is good. This is it. This is it.
Like,
we're fine.
Do you want to try on some pants? And he's like, nope, we're done.
I'm sure they're fine. I don't need to try on pants. It was so funny, like him just not engaging with them doing this at all. And then his friends, clearly I'm sticking with my theory that he lost to fantasy football bet because clearly those 2 friends were in the league and were just egging him on to be like, so Joe, you're really doing it. We love Madison. We're so excited. Are you so excited, Joe? And he's clearly panicking.
Yeah, he's just like, don't talk to me. And like, but his friends also seemed like legitimately shocked when he like just walked out and like got his dress.
It was so funny. He's walking along the side of the building, not on a real path, and he just goes by the back of the window. And Jordan's just like, is that Joe out there?
Like, what is happening?
It was so funny.
He just like that. Joe is a person who, like, when you watch him talk, you see everything going through his mind.
Yeah.
And like visually imploding, but actually almost exploding because it's so obvious to all of us
Yeah.
what's happening. Like, he's just so like, no, this is not the thing.
When he's looking at himself in the mirror and he's just like, okay. And it's like, this is where the symbolism of weddings are like playing such a crucial role in this.
Yes.
Because it's just like that moment it clicked that he was getting married.
Yeah.
I don't think it fully clicked for him before that he was going to get married.
No, I don't
at the end of this.
I don't think the other symbolic gestures, like even getting on one knee or the ring or any of those things, I think he sort of like compartmentalized all of that stuff. Like Joe is a king of compartmentalization. Mm-hmm. He knows how to just put things into boxes. It's like how he meets her family and he's like, we're so in love. We're definitely doing this.
Yeah.
It's like, Joe, stop.
But it's also like his last engagement that he called off.
Yeah.
He didn't call it off until he was physically about to put the invitations into the mail, which is like another big gesture of planning a wedding is like sending off your sealed envelopes.
Yes.
And I'm just like, how do you get this far though? Because when you are the guy, you have to buy the ring, you have to plan the engagement. Like,
yes,
I was asking Ethan about this, when he proposed to me, he was doing all this stuff and I had an idea, but I didn't know the whole plan.
Yeah.
And he was like, I looked at the ring and I was just like, Mary's going to love this. Like, and every step of the way, you're just, this is happening and I'm preparing for this.
Yeah. And yes, I'm making these decisions because I want to do this. And Joe's just like, okay, there's a ring.
Okay,
great.
Whatever. And he's like, oh my God, my grandma's going to get an invite? Like, I can't have her there. Like,
Has she spoken out, his ex-fiance?
No, I don't think we've heard from her.
It's also wild to me that Joe has been engaged before. Like, that is crazy to me.
And he's a new girlfriend.
Isn't he 27? Wait, what?
Yeah, he has a new girlfriend.
Wait, did I see some rumors that him and Casey had a thing going on?
I didn't hear that, but
I saw something pass through my feed about them. And they did mention, Mary's on the case right now. When they broke up, had that breakup conversation, Madison was like, it does look a little weird that you're doing this the night or after the singles night, which we didn't see any footage from this.
I don't know. I didn't hear it. Let me see.
But I was like, oh, this must be about the Casey thing that I saw, and then I never followed up on it. But I could absolutely see those two canoodling.
100%. Oh, yeah. Love is Blind. Joe Ferrucci's girlfriend, Avery, says he dated Casey.
Here we go. Before the show?
I don't know. Season 9 star Joe briefly dated Casey McIntosh after splitting with his ex, but the emphasis should be put on briefly. So when Joe and I started talking, I think it was our first date. We were at a bar and he ran into this girl and he's like, oh, I've gone on a couple dates with that girl. And he's like, it's Casey.
Yeah, that's so... Joe,
you're
an idiot. And Avery, what are you doing? Like, get the fuck out of this relationship.
Oh, it sounds like they were in the same friend group with Casey.
Oh.
Because she said, I think she's burnt a lot of bridges in our friend group. Obviously, from what we see on TV, it translates into real life.
Yeah, she's definitely not a girl's girl, let's say.
Definitely not. Oh, yeah, she said, I personally choose to surround myself with women who lift each other up and, follow girl code. That will never be Casey. I am also suspect of Joe's current girlfriend taking interviews with Us Weekly.
Yeah, like Avery.
That's a little weird. Yeah.
But you know what? I want to know more about Avery.
Bring her around. Listen, I'm going to stand beside Joe. Because people are like, oh my God, he broke up with Madison by leaving the thing. It's like, no, he didn't. No. He also came to break up with Madison. He didn't
Yeah, he had a real conversation with her. Obviously it wasn't great. He just left
No, he
the
didn't
fitting.
do a good job. Yeah.
If I had to guess, they spent the night separately that night and she knew what was happening. I mean, she clearly knew they were breaking up when they had that conversation. It was clear what was going to be talked about, but then they actually talked about it. And so Patrick was like, she's showing a lot of crying, but he's like, but I don't see any tears.
I found the crying to be unhinged.
Everything about Madison is unhinged, though, right?
Yeah, it's I get being upset. I get feeling embarrassed. I get
Of
crying when you
course.
feel embarrassed. She is crying like someone shot her dog in front of her. Like, it is like the falling to the ground, weeping over someone that you've known for
I
like
know.
3 weeks. And
No.
who did have a conversation with you
Yeah.
to tell you, she's like, you're not giving me a reason why. And it's like every single season we say this.
Right.
Girls, do not beg for a reason for why they don't want to be with you. You cannot convince them to be with you. Like,
No.
if they don't want to be with you, that's the reason. It doesn't have to be anything specific. There's no like, you did this, you did
No.
this. Do you want to get married to somebody who is like
On the fence? Like,
yeah, exactly. Like,
like, no.
no.
The part where she was like, he's like getting his stuff and she's like, I'm going to throw up. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh my God, Madison, like, cool it, girl.
I know. I know. I think I've been so upset I'm going to puke like outside of childhood maybe 2 times in my entire
it's just
life.
Like, Madison, like, reel it in, please.
Yeah.
And then, like, meeting her sister, I was like, okay, we see this as a pattern in this family. Like, it was, yeah. Madison, Joe didn't act in all the best ways.
No.
But coming out of this experience with him, like, I'm definitely Team Joe somehow.
Yeah, I would have broken up with her a long time ago.
Yes.
I don't think I would have like begged her to stay with me after the Chinese food fight, because it's like the fight in Mexico.
Right.
We're both drunk. I have no idea what's going on because I'm on drugs and I'm wasted. Like, I don't know. What's
Yeah,
happening.
like that was Joe's fault.
Yeah.
Very much so too. Yeah.
And like whoever is in charge of the alcohol this season is clearly not the person from past seasons, because
No.
or maybe like they're all just such transplants, they're not used to what
They're
the
not used to the
and alcohol does to
altitude.
you.
It hits you harder. It's
It
true.
hits you hard. Yeah. And I forgot what I was going to say, but
No. Yeah, the alcohol, the Chinese food fight.
yeah,
was,
the Chinese food fight is when I want to call it.
Because she was not drunk in that interaction.
No.
She was very, with it and totally unhinged. And like,
Yeah.
I couldn't even like watch her. Like, Joe couldn't even speak. And it's not that I'm really defending Joe. And I guess saying I'm Team Joe is not the right way to say it. It's just kind of like, I see his perspective a little bit.
and it's like, I don't want to be siding with a man ever, but
Never.
I'm also like, especially not a 27-year-old man who can't communicate. But I also am like, the signs were all there,
Right.
and we were just kind of pretending that everything was fine.
Yes.
And if you are like at this point, you are refusing to pick up on it. Like, you are saying like, he blindsided me, gave me no reason. You are choosing to be blindsided. Like, this is, I know that we're getting an edit that makes everything very clear.
Yeah.
But like, if you are fighting this much this early,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, oh, everything is great with us except for our communication. A relationship is communication. So if you have communication issues, you don't have a good relationship. So it's like,
No,
all these
like
people
that's,
saying like,
I think that is the number one ingredient to a long-lasting relationship.
100%.
Yeah. And I think it's often like one of the last things people really like get to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, to realize that they don't match up on.
Yeah, it's like, oh, and like that's kind of what's happening with Megan and Jordan a little bit. Like, a form of communication is like how they show up for each other after a long day of work or after his long day of work. Yeah, she was sort of like losing it too a little bit, but in any case. Yeah, Joe and Madison done. Okay, the other couple we lost. Which was just like all of a sudden rip off the Band-Aid. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Oh, also, just one more thing. The choice to play the song Man Child.
And cut to black. Incredible. Like,
It was the best part of the season.
I know they spent $50K on those 10 seconds, and it was worth every penny.
It
like,
was worth it. It was
it's
so
so
worth
good.
it. It was incredible. But okay, so Nick and Annie. So these 2 episodes start with what's happening after this bar night. And Annie and Nick are enjoying Taco Bell at their kitchen island. She's clearly still drinking wine.
Yes.
There's like an open bottle of wine there.
And she's like, give me a kiss.
Yeah.
Give me another one. And he's like, I'm just trying to eat my chalupa.
Oh my God. And like Nick seemed completely sober.
Oh, yeah.
Does he not drink maybe?
I don't know. I feel like he can't lose control. Like, not that I
Right.
want to see anybody get wasted, but I think it is kind of like what we've talked about with him, where everything is so like
Yeah.
tight and rigid.
Yeah.
That I think that that's also the alcohol.
Yeah. So, yeah, because I was like, just looking at these two people, like, it doesn't even seem like it's late. Like, he seems like totally with it. Like, it could be any
Yeah.
time of day. He looks like he always looks, and he's just eating a chalupa.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure it was a burrito.
Yeah. I was like, that doesn't look like a chalupa.
It doesn't look like chalupa at all.
And also, when he was like, I'm just trying to enjoy my chalupa, I was like, this man lives in the mountains. He doesn't get Taco Bell every day.
No,
So-
and I felt for him. And again, like, I dislike Nick. I dislike everything he stands for.
Right.
He's so right in this situation
I
with
know.
her.
It's so hard to say, but it's true.
And it's like, she's fighting with him.
Yeah.
She's like wasted asking him for a kiss. She doesn't feel this connection. It's like, Annie, at a certain point, the connection is missing because he's not attracted to you.
Right.
He can't reassure you enough with his words because you're not feeling it with his actions, because he's not interested in this.
No.
And to be like, he's like, you can't make 1 + 1 = 3. And she's like, watch me. It's like, why do you want to beg someone to stay with you?
No, I know. And like, if she's had the amount of time she said, I just love you so much, or like some
Yeah.
version of that was just like, Annie, no one who actually loves someone says this to them
No.
all the time. Like, if you are needing to say this so much, like, you're not trying to convince him of anything at that point. At that point, you're trying to convince yourself.
100%.
Because, like, I don't think she loves him at all. Like, I don't think there was
No.
any love exchanged in that relationship. I think it was a lot of platitudes. We, like, lived the same life in terms of faith. We have these kind of goals and ambitions, and they're all the same things. And so we are perfect for each other. And and there was, like, nothing beyond that. There was no, like, oh, do I actually have real feelings for this person? But if I say I love you enough, I can speak it into existence.
Yeah, and if I force you to say it, that's like my reassurance that this is real.
Right.
And it's like, Annie, trust your gut a little bit on this. Like, you needing constant reassurance isn't just like how you are as a person.
Right.
Like, it is not there
Yeah.
because he does not love you. And you don't love him either. Like,
No.
Nick hit it right on the head when he's like, how can you feel love so deep for me, but then it feels so shallow? Like,
Yeah.
because it is this very surface level, like, good on paper
Yes.
relationship, but it's not anything actually real. They don't know each other that well.
No.
And again, just like, she's like, you didn't give me a reason. It's like, he did give you like 6 reasons.
Yeah.
But on top of that, same message to Madison, like, there doesn't have to be a reason.
No,
You
like-
shouldn't get married just because you think maybe.
Yeah, and it's almost like a little concerning how much that's coming up here. It's like these
Low
people are like
self-esteem.
robots. It's like they're not even real. It's like, don't you understand that like there is a je ne sais quoi when it comes to loving someone? Like,
Yeah.
there is something where you just connect with people. Like, that attraction that you feel between you and someone else is, you can't always like pinpoint what it is.
Yeah.
And if that's missing, that's no one's fault.
No. Yeah, you can't always pinpoint what's missing, but it's just a feeling, and you don't know each other well enough to investigate that feeling. Like, you have to make this decision
Yeah, in
in
2
a
weeks.
week.
Oh, 1 week. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 week from when they were having this fight. So it's like,
Yeah.
and everyone being like, oh, I can't believe Nick left. I can't believe Nick left. It's like,
I can.
why drag it to the altar? Like, she's clearly like, imagine Annie
Oh my God.
going through this in a wedding dress. Like, no one wants to see that. Even producers don't want to see that.
No, I mean, I think both Nick and Joe did the right thing by
Yeah, I
calling
agree.
those relationships when they did, because they were sure that it
Yeah,
wasn't
they knew.
going to be a yes. And more than that, that they just didn't want to be in the relationship anymore. And
Yeah.
so it's like, yeah, why are we prolonging this? We've seen it happen in other seasons. Like, and there's enough couples that are going to the altar who also have no chance in hell. So,
Yeah,
like, it's
obviously.
okay. Like, to some extent, like, this is reality TV. It needs to reflect real life. And this is what these guys were feeling. So
Yeah.
I don't like any of these people particularly, but I understand why things happened the way they did. I think it was the right decision.
I just, having to sit through Annie convince herself that the wedding is the right choice and how excited she is to marry Nick. I'm like, so glad we're spared of that.
Oh my God. Oh God, that's like fast forwarding material for
She's
sure.
like, Nick, I love Nick so much. It's like, I don't believe anything you say.
Also, like the way she was like kind of joking with him and like laughing a little, and then I think it all of a sudden hit her like, oh no, he's actually breaking up with you.
I know. It kind of was like really surprising that she like.
It was sort of scary, actually. I had like
Yeah.
a like, ugh, I really don't like watching this feeling.
No.
But okay, yeah, I'm just glad I don't have to look at her wig. And you know
Thank
what?
God.
This is maybe too mean, but she's just like, kind of like crusty.
Yeah, she looks dirty.
Yeah, like her makeup is always like so caked on. It's like, did
Yeah.
you wash off the makeup from the day before you put on new makeup?
That's what it feels like. Is
Yeah.
that, and I'm like, there's a lot to work on here just by ourselves that we just need to do that, I think.
Are people being mean to her?
Yeah, a bit. And she, she commented on our post, laughing and
Yeah.
is reposting stuff that's like teasing her. So I think she's trying to like have a good sense of humor about it.
Right.
But like people are coming at her for saying, like, someone like commented like, Mark's safe from having to have Annie tell me she loves me every day.
Oh.
And it's like, that's a little bit like personal, like just,
Yeah.
but the appearance thing, she's not reposting stuff about the hair, I think, because that directly affects her business.
Her business. Yeah. Ugh.
Which is not great. I got to stand
We'll
up.
see. Oh yeah.
Sorry. It's a nightly ritual.
Mary's got to stand up. What week
think
are
we
we
were-
in? What week are we in?
33.
33. So are you at the point where you're going to weekly visits yet?
I think I'll start that after this one. So I have a visit in a week and a half, and then I think after that I go weekly.
Exciting.
But who knows? My feet are so swollen today. I'm like, ugh.
Oh God.
But next time we record, I'm just gonna sit on my bouncy ball because that's more comfortable
Oh,
for my
yeah.
ribs. Puts less pressure on the belly up there.
Okay. Well, and we can also try and get through some of this faster than we have been.
No, but it's just so fun.
I know. Okay. So not fun though, and let's just get through it. Is Edmund
Yeah.
and KB because.
Ooh.
I continue to be more and more upset watching these two interact. It's just
Yeah.
so like I don't like either of them. I don't like how they talk to each other. I don't like how I just don't like it.
Yeah, I was on her side in the beginning of their first fight where she said to him, "You're not slow, you're actually very smart."
Right.
And
yes.
because I'm glad that she clocked this game that he has going on. I would be fully on her side if that conversation had ended in a breakup where I thought it was going to.
I know. I was like, let this end.
But she's obsessed with being a wife.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's really
like the
gonna
white
hold her
picket
back.
fence conversation and the we're going to set up our home and this, that, and the other, which like there's so much of that on these shows. I mean, if you
I
think
know.
about it, that's like a lot of what Annie was talking about too.
Mhm.
And it's just like you're so focused
Annie's
on like
red door on her house.
yeah, like this one aspect of your life that like it's not you're just ignoring all of these huge red flags.
Yeah.
And like
I
it was
totally agree.
interesting actually hearing KB's side of what she was actually upset about from the bar night because Edmund was like, "Oh, you're mad about this one comment," and I said, and she's like, "Oh no, it actually started like many hours before that when I
Yeah.
asked you to do a favor for me and you couldn't even do that, and I was upset about it, and you were just being fake." And so there was a lot going into that, which like I think
It made total sense to me.
yeah, we've all been in situations where there's something
Mhm.
brewing under the surface and you haven't addressed it, and then something kind of like blows it up, and that's what happened. But then it like carried over into this snowmobile, whatever, and they had some sort of. It was unclear to me what happened in the car, but KB
Yeah.
was upset about how Edmund was in the car.
If I had to guess, he's not nice when the cameras are off. It sounds like he's complains a lot when the
Yeah.
cameras aren't there. He's not contributing, but then the cameras turn on
Yeah,
and he's like, because he does the same thing that Annie does, where he's like, I love you.
Right,
but like,
right.
and this is what, KB's a social worker. So she's like getting at the key point, but she doesn't drive it home herself. No, her saying you did X, Y, Z and him being like, but you never say anything nice to me. And she's like, earn that. Like,
right.
it's very manipulative to be like, you have to be nice to me in front of everybody. But when it's us behind closed doors, it's this other, this other kind of tone, this other conversation when the cameras aren't around.
Right. Which
that's
kind of crazy.
But I just wish she would follow it through with breaking up with him. Like,
yes.
I don't see a reason why. Like, she said to him at one point, stop talking to me, bitch.
Yeah. I mean, there were so many opportunities where this relationship could have ended.
Yeah.
And like, it was just so hard to see him walk in with those flowers and say whatever empty apologies he said. Because I don't think he really means any of it. I think he is smart and knows what he needs to say to kind of like get back into KB's good graces. And he did that. He did all those things. And, I think she was ready to break up with him, but she was like, but the flowers and what you just said is giving me hope. And it's like, please break up. Like,
we're done.
Me and Patrick are both just like, oh no.
I know, when I see her at the dress fitting and I'm just, and like Madison's sobbing over how good KB looks, I'm like, why are we convincing ourselves that this is like a good idea?
Well, because Madison is delusional too.
It's true. I know. It was hard to watch her like try on her dress and cry over it.
They're all delusional. Like Megan
included.
Megan is fucking delusional. These women think that like this is all going to work out. And it's like Allie. Oh my God. Okay. Let's get to Allie and Anton. I don't have much more to say about Edmund and KB other than just like...
Just end it. Put us out of our misery, please.
If there's some weird way that they actually get married, like it will be the most upsetting engagement I think I've seen on this show.
That'll be the most shocked I think I've ever been on this show.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen, or I just hope, it's just like, who do you think would say, what do you think both of them would say?
I don't see Edmund calling it. And after the way KB talks to him, where she's like, she gets so close to the point.
Right.
But then she never actually does it, that I'm worried she wouldn't call it either.
I know. Okay, if they got engaged, like, I don't want to see that. But if it happened, like, then my prediction would be that by this reunion, obviously, because it's like almost a year later or more, like, they're not together anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, Allie and Anton. Like, so the first thing we see from them is after the bar night, continuation of Allie being concerned about his drinking, like counting the beers and tequila in the fridge.
So.
What?
She's so justified in being concerned with this, but this is another one where I'm like, she says this is a small fight. This is not a small fight.
No, it's like it's like Anton is absolutely hiding things from you, and it's definitely what you think it is. So like you're not wrong in that way, but also like the way you're approaching this is like so not the way to approach it.
Yeah, because she's not like, she's like, oh, really? You don't know where they are? You don't know where they went? And I would just be like, don't fucking lie to me.
Right.
I didn't have a drink.
Right.
So you drank this entire bottle of tequila. And then his story kept changing. And she was like, well, Patrick came up and we had 3 or 4 beers.
And then it was one beer.
And then it was, I brought him 1 drink to the lobby. He never came to the apartment. I don't know if he's just had Patrick over to the apartment or if someone else has been over to the apartment. There's something weird going on.
Do you think really?
She was so defensive about Patrick having been in their apartment without her knowing.
I know. I was like, why do you care about Patrick?
Yeah, poor Patrick.
Yeah.
The guy just needs a friend. He just got dumped. Like,
interesting. That hadn't computed to me, but like when the part to me that was like, dude, when she was like, where's the tequila in the fridge?
Yep.
And he goes, what's that?
Yep.
He's like trying to buy time to come up with a good lie, and he like couldn't really do it.
And his lie was, oh, I don't know.
It's just like it's like beyond the drinking stuff that she's uncomfortable with, and that like if he's hiding this stuff, like it's not good.
Yeah.
There's the fact that he's hiding stuff in general.
Yeah, he's being really sneaky, and it's not going to end up well, but she's just not pushing it to the next level. Like, she's still trying to keep the peace and be very like demure and like supportive and not point any fingers. And it's like, if you suspect something, you have to you got to point fingers. No one's going to benefit from you just being like, oh, weird. I know I had this many beers, so haha, where's yours? Like, it's not going to work.
The other thing that was just like nauseating to me watching with their whole storyline that evolves in these 2 episodes is like we meet parents and we meet Allie's mom. And when Allie meets Anton, there's a whole part of the scene dedicated. Sorry, if you can hear the piano, Leave is practicing.
No, I can't hear anything, but that's so cute.
So she was like, the traditional gender norms that she was pushing about the man taking care of everything and the wife staying home and cooking and cleaning. And then that wasn't the most upsetting part. It was like, you aren't allowed to have relationships that aren't with people that you see together.
Yeah.
She was like, you can't go out on your own. And I was like, what is happening here?
Yeah, and maybe that's why he's hiding that Patrick came over, but it is weird. It's bizarre. It's very old school. It's very strange. Like, it's these weird rules of like,
it's like, why can't he have his own friends? And she was like, Allie, you can't have your own friends either.
Yeah, it's like, do I think you should know all of your partner's friends? Probably. Like,
well, yeah.
Be engaged to life, but like, I don't know. Sometimes it's really nice when your husband goes to dinner and you're just home by yourself and you don't have to like.
No, I mean, I consider it. I would be worried if my partner had no
100%.
And I think I can see how fulfilling it is for him to hang out with other men and have fun with them and have conversations outside of conversations with me, because it's just like the level of control that she was sort of like indicating needed to be present in their relationship of one another was concerning to me.
Very, very bizarre. Like, who wants to date a guy with no friends? That's like the biggest loser. And no one wants to hang out with the girl that insists on bringing her fucking boyfriend everywhere. Like,
yeah, like it changes
life.
the quality of your relationships if you can't spend
100%.
time with people on your own. So, and Allie hasn't been in Denver for very long. So the friend that she brought, like, she's known for less than a year. Like, they clearly did not seem very close. And Allie doesn't seem like someone who really maybe wants that even, like, I don't think that that's something that she necessarily wants. So maybe it is okay for her, but like, if that's okay for you, like, does that mean your partner has to be the same way? And like, maybe that is the case for her. And like, I don't see Anton adhering to that rule at all.
Definitely not.
And maybe that was like, maybe she was like legitimately like, Patrick was here when I wasn't, like,
right.
Maybe like, that was just it.
Which should be even weirder.
Totally weird. Like, Patrick, of all people, like the nicest dude ever.
He doesn't know what's going on.
Patrick is so just like, he's just like a dude.
He's just like a little doofy. Like,
yeah, like, what are you threatened about? I really don't understand.
It's not like Casey came over. It's Patrick.
No, exactly. I mean, those two will not last if they get engaged or get married.
I think they'll get married.
You think they will?
Yeah, I think it'll be a big mistake, but I think they're both idiots.
There's going to be some drama at this reunion. They are if they got married, they are not together now.
No, because you can't hide the drinking for that much longer.
No, and Allie probably doesn't even live in Denver anymore.
No, she's probably gone.
She probably truly, she probably does not even live in Denver anymore. Like, such a toxic thing. And just like, the other thing I notice about them is like, they have no physical chemistry at all.
None.
Like, when they sit near each other, they don't sit near each other.
No, they're so far away from each other.
I don't think I've seen them touch each other.
No, I don't get the sense that any of these couples really want to fuck each other, which is like kind of crazy, because this is the time, this is like the time period where you should be like so in it.
Yeah.
And they talk a lot about having sex.
Yeah.
But there's no like, and I don't want to see it obviously, but there's no like flirting. There's no like holding hands.
No.
There's no cuddling on the couch. It's very weird.
Yeah. It's very like, I'm in my separate corners.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Megan and Jordan are having sex.
Maybe.
Edmund and KB are not. We know that.
They're not.
Joe and Madison apparently were, but
like there's no like.
Yeah. Well, who knows what the fuck? Nick and Annie, we know. Well, actually, we don't know, but I'm going to assume that they were not. And Allie and Anton, it's like, who knows? Because I've never seen them touch each other before.
No. No.
Like, they don't seem interested in each other at all.
No, they just seem to be going through the motions, and I'm kind of like, for what?
Yeah, like, why are we here?
Yeah.
Like, what is going on here? Like,
being engaged should make you horny, guys. You should be pumped. Like, you should be excited.
I mean, I think maybe it is, and they do, like, it could be the financial piece for her. Like, as we said, like, the sugar daddy element, like, he can provide, and he's kind of walking the walk in terms of, like, yeah, I'll support her. I'll do all the things. Like, not every guy is going to say that, even if they have the financial means to do that, you know?
Yeah, definitely not.
So just like toxic on toxic on toxic on toxic.
Just so many layers, yeah.
So next week is the weddings, and then they have a reunion the week after. So of course we'll be talking about both of those things. I heard today from a friend that they were gonna air New England in February, but they're now airing Cincinnati because they think, the theory is that there were so few successful couples from this season in New England that they need a season where people actually last. Which I could totally see, because, I mean, if anyone gets married in this season, they're not together now.
No, I agree. I just went on Instagram just to see, like, if they had announced anything.
Yeah.
And Nick wrote, something from this scene has been weighing heavy on my heart. This is a beefy 5-layer burrito. The chalupa was getting cold off screen. Mistakes were made. Thank you, because this is a huge weight off my chest. I hate that that's so funny.
It is really funny, and we were all thinking it. Like, it was not a chalupa.
Listen, the link between pregnant ladies and Taco Bell needs to be studied, because I never in my life have wanted Taco Bell so bad. I've never felt so comforted by Taco Bell when every other food seemed disgusting.
Oh my gosh.
And my TikTok feed is, obviously it's
all
self-fulfilling, whatever, but it's all pregnant ladies being like, what the fuck? I could not eat anything. I was barely getting saltines down.
Right.
And then I saw a Taco Bell commercial and I was like, that looks safe.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. Like,
I think it's the, like, very high salt content.
You're probably right.
I think, because, like, one thing that I craved, I didn't crave a lot of things.
Yeah.
One thing I craved in the first trimester of both of my pregnancies was the juice of banana peppers.
I could see that. I was big into soup, which is like a salt bomb.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm starting to get like a little like turned off. I had a great second trimester.
Yes.
Now I'm starting to get turned off from foods again.
Yes.
And the other night I was like, oh God, I want soup again.
Yeah.
And Gatorade, which is like essentially just like salty.
Yes.
Electrolytes. So
it's your body. It's like, well, you hear about women like eating mud and stuff. Like,
yeah, I'm glad
shit.
I'm not doing any of that.
Yeah, no, I never had that urge.
Getting enough zinc, I guess.
Okay, so that's that. Now we can talk about the Golden Bachelor, the whole 42 minutes of it, in which one woman left and like all of the women got sent home except for 3 of them.
There's 3 women going to hometowns. They knew in production that Mel was a stinker. I know we say this every week, but this is just so crazy that we went through with this.
Oh, no. They had like at least 2 other full weeks planned that they just totally were like,
they
nope.
just chopped.
Mel is, they're really trying to make him seem any bit desirable. Like, making comments about how fit he is, and the amount of times women said something about him being smart and intelligent was like a little over the top for me. I was like, I am not. No.
Yeah. Let's show, don't tell. You know, like,
yeah. And it's just like, you can just see what a bummer he is. And then it's like seeing these women be like, I'm falling in love with you. I'm just like, what are we doing here?
Cheryl, get a fucking grip. Like,
oh no.
Cindy, get a grip.
Yes.
Nicole, honestly, I respect the way you played this season because Mel is such a waste of space. He said, Nicole is my favorite because she brought me the lemon bars. That's all it took.
That did seem like a Frankenbite situation to me, but it was genius. Like, producers, well done, well played.
To whatever producer told Nicole to really play up the fame thing and the camera thing to Mel.
Yes.
Bravo, because you saved the season. When she said, give me a kiss for the camera, and he barely questioned it.
Yeah.
Like, perfect.
And at the end, when she's like, when you're finished with one, when you choose someone and it doesn't work out, like, give me a call. And then she gets in the van and she's like, it just wasn't meant to be, but maybe I'll be the next Golden Bachelorette.
It's like, maybe, bitch. I don't know. Like, they've chosen worse before.
I mean, honestly, like, I don't want to see her as a Golden Bachelorette. No. But I mean, now I'm like, maybe it'll be Cheryl because they were really playing up Cheryl this episode.
She's so wimpy, though. Like, I don't... Like,
I just don't trust her judgment at this point.
No, and my mom always calls them, like, wafy women, like, very, like, oh, but could it be me? I can't believe this is happening. Like, when she, you know... Carol self-eliminates because she never gets a one-on-one and doesn't feel like she has any connection with Mel. And, like, good for you, Carol.
Bravo, Carol.
Bravo, Carol. She'll probably be the Golden Bachelorette.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that, actually.
I think they'll do that. And Cheryl's like, a black SUV came and took Carol away. She hasn't been kidnapped, Cheryl. She went home.
I do think, like, Cheryl is beautiful, though.
Yeah.
And I bet one of the things they do in the casting process is ask a bunch of old men, like, who do you think is the hottest woman?
100%.
And I could see a lot of them choosing Cheryl.
Yeah, for sure.
Because she's gorgeous. And actually, it looks like she maybe doesn't even have any Botox.
I don't think she does, which, like, good for her.
Yeah, and she looks incredible. Like, she was just, it was a little bit like, oh, Cheryl, come on, get a grip here.
Get a grip.
This is Mel we're talking about. Like, it's going to be okay. And then, like, yeah, of the women left, I'm like, I think I like Peg the most.
Yeah, I like Peg the most also.
But, like, Peg, like, is way too good for Mel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like
100%.
She's full of life and, like, very active and, you know, all these things. And Mel cannot keep up with that shit.
And it looks like Mel is kind of rude to her daughter in the preview.
Oh, yeah. So the preview kind of makes it seem like he bails.
I hope so. I hope he doesn't.
Which is like, great. I don't want to see any of these women in it. Like, Cindy drives me crazy. Like, Cindy is the girl who has been pretty her whole life.
Yeah.
And that's very much how she presents herself in this, like, sort of fake, I'm so self-aware type of way. But it's like, but why did your marriage actually fall apart? Like,
what happened?
She was very vague about it. It sounded like maybe he cheated on her?
I think so too.
But, like, I don't know. Something about her this episode, like, really rubbed me the wrong way. Maybe it's because we finally got to know her.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't like what I see.
I don't like it.
And then Debbie is just so pathetic. Like, she's just too, like, she's too self-deprecating or something.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. Like, I know you said
either.
last week you thought maybe she would be the Golden Bachelorette, but I don't think I would enjoy that season.
No, I wouldn't either. I would not like that choice, but I see them queuing her up for it. It's a little weird to want a relationship so bad your whole life and a marriage so bad your whole life and to not have it at this point. There's something going on.
Yeah, because like you're a beautiful woman who, like, has been successful. Like, she was like a successful 80s fitness instructor, right? So
yeah.
She probably is, like, sitting on some cash. She's doing fine. What is going on? Why haven't you had a relationship? And it's not even like a marriage. It's like, it seems like she hasn't even been in a relationship for, like, 15 years.
Yeah, I know. And that's what's kind of like,
it gives you pause.
It does. And, like, not everybody needs to be defined by a relationship, but this is a very different thing than someone being like, I just never wanted it. And then I got a little bit older and I realized that I wanted it. She's like, I've wanted this my whole life.
Yeah. And it doesn't seem like she's even, like, casually dating. Like, I don't think she's, like, even hooking up with people.
No.
Like, I think she's been alone. And yeah, her energy is just, like, it's a little too desperate for me.
Yeah.
Cindy's like a little too high on her horse, and like Peg is just too good for him. So I'm like, yes, maybe this is the season where the lead self-eliminates.
I would love that. Honestly, it would save the whole season if Mel was just like, I'm out of here.
Oh my God. Like, I really hope that they do decide to just like wrap the whole thing up next week, because I'm done. And at this point, I'm like, I'm so underwhelmed with this season, and you know how I was not thrilled with the TFP Bachelorette choice, but now I'm kind of like, give me TFP. I need it.
Oh, and we need it.
I need an injection
like,
of something.
She's going to be such a problem for producers. It's so funny because just this week on social media,
yeah,
she found out that one of her friends, who I think is going to be a cast member on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, hooked up with the father of her child.
Oh, the guy, what's his name?
Dakota.
Yes.
And she was posting like, look how weird this girl is. She's all over me. And she betrayed me behind my back. So she was like really exposing this woman on Instagram. So I think it'll be a messy season, which we need after all this time.
Yes. It will be interesting, if nothing else. Like,
yeah,
there will be dynamic people who can move. Like, this is where we're at.
That's all we need.
That's all we need. So yeah, some exciting news is that Love Island Australia starts on the 27th.
I can't wait.
Which is Monday. So we'll definitely be covering that. They released like some of the cast, and I was looking through it, and I mean, it's hard to tell anything from like the photos and stuff, but
yeah,
it'll be fun in any case. Like, I'm ready for the Australian beach.
I agree. I think it'll be nice and refreshing.
Yes. So,
and I love the accent.
Yeah. So
I do.
Next week, though, because we record on Mondays, I don't know if we'll be able to catch up on that in time. So we'll probably start covering that the week after. But yeah, I mean, steady content.
We did it. And we're getting through it. It's nice.
Yeah. It's just like, ultimately, like, this is such a terrible group of people on this season of Love is Blind, but it has kept my attention.
I agree. It's a good season of Love is Blind. They're just not good people, which is like, whatever. I'm not looking to them for best friends.
Yeah, right. Luckily, that's not a thing that we're searching for here. So, okay. Well, thank you all for listening. Definitely check out Mary's memes. They're super great, and they're such a nice accompaniment to the episodes. Like, when you're just like, I need to unpack this in the moment. Like,
yeah, come have a convo with us.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Well, thank you so much for listening. We will see you next week.
Yay.
Cheers, lovebirds.
Bye.